Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono. And we're back at it again with another one. Guys, I'm going to play an old clip for you guys. You know, sometimes when things happen, you have to go back to a file to go and remind yourself how people were acting in certain times. When the EFF did its 11th celebration anniversary here in the Northern Cape, in Kimberley at Airbus, I was there shooting the event live. I was... for those who could remember, it was just me and was it Newsroom Africa? I think, yeah, just the two of us there covering that event. And as I was busy deleting videos on my phone to clear some space, I met this video of Julius Sello Malema speaking about the branches that have not achieved 10%, because this was the first time he announced it. Will not go to the National People's Assembly. Who are you representing if you only have less than 10%? So if you want to be represented in and have a delegate in a voting delegate in the People's Assembly, you have to work hard in your branches. But that's not the thing that I'm focusing on. The thing I'm focusing on here is Floyd Shivambu's facial expression, because now we know what we know. Now I'm going back and looking at his facial expression, and I'm like, this guy was not agreeing with anything that Julius was saying. Like his facial expression, because you ask yourself, when did these people know that they were going to leave? He probably knew last year already. He probably knew before the elections already. But he was just there in body, but the spirit was no longer EFF. So I want you guys to watch Floyd's facial expressions when Julius said 10%, and that no branch can have a delegate if they don't get that 10%. Just watch his facial expression. And also, I'll play maybe a little bit of my views back then when I talk about it. It is impossible to avoid the tensions that come with an elective conference in any political party. I actually said it back then when they were here for their 11th anniversary. Yeah, I'm afraid politics will humble you.
Focus. Let's go allow the enemy agents by the infiltrator, by your divider, by conferencing, because they failed to defeat us on the 29th of May. Let's not allow them to use our conference to defeat the EFF. The unity of the EFF is what comes first. When we go there, those who did not get 10% in their ward, even if your branch is in good standing, you are not coming to the conference. Who are you representing in the conference? 10 years, 10%. 10 years, 10%. We are 10 years now. When I was still getting less than 10%. Kalekai, sit at home. There is no EFF there. You want to come to the EFF gathering? Go and work hard so that we know where you come from. There is an EFF. There is no branch that is going to be rewarded with a delegate if they have not received 10%. It's now time for you to pay for those divisions, for that laziness. We shall come for you. We will punish you for that. Comrades, let's go the branching that EFF, especially you, leaders of the EFF, and go and divide our branches and go lie about each other. We don't want leaders who are fighting for the right to campaign for themselves. bommakayipia bomkhetheng arinyake bomkhetheng make EFF leaders do not campaign for themselves. You can have that right in the constitution, but know that you're a leader, and a leader cannot be a lobbyist. A leader must be a leader.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, Mr. Easy Imali Eneng, and we're back at it again with another one. And I'm telling you guys, it is almost impossible to, avoid tension and conflict when it comes to an elective conference. It's impossible. It's impossible. People are going to want to be elected. Branches are going to want to elect their own favorite person to run for the Treasurer General, Secretary General, deputies and all of those things. Maybe even this time around, we'll have a situation where the presidency of the EFF is challenged. Now, Julius Malema knows that he's probably going to be re-elected again. I mean, Floyd has shown so much loyalty to Julius Malema. It does not make any sense right now to challenge Julius in his seat as the president of the EFF. I mean, he's not only loved by EFF members, but also loved in the entire continent of Africa. So I think it's safe to say that I don't see Floyd and Julius competing. I don't see those two positions being, competitive or anything like that. I think Floyd is going to maintain his seat as the deputy president of the EFF, and Julius Malema, the CIC, will become the president one more time. But it's good that the political party is going into a conference to elect leaders, because those are the type of democratic activities we want to see in a political party. We don't just want to see people being appointed without being elected. It's very dangerous to be appointed without being elected in a political party, especially in an old movement like the EFF. You question movements like Gayton Mackenzie's Patriotic Alliance. You will question BOSA. You will question what is happening in Action SA and things like that. They don't have elective conference. The boss is the boss, and what he says goes. So in the EFF, at least you have a chance to elect who you want to elect. It's a very dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game, because many people will be putting in their hands into the business of the EFF, trying to influence one way or another who must be elected. Outside parties or outside individuals will be coughing out some money to try to create further divisions in the EFF, and you will see even internally some leaders, because of their hunger of positions, will be fighting amongst each other, bad mouthing each other, going to this branch, going to that branch, saying it's politics. At the end of the day, it's, like I said, it's unavoidable to have that type of tensions and everything. But what surprised